of today's ceremony, will all members of the Central Connecticut State University Class of 2025 please rise for the conferral of degrees.
Let's go! There he is.
Yazid Omar Almazal.
I present to you the degree candidates of the 2025 class from the School of Education, the School of Engineering, Science and Technology, and the College of Health and Rehabilitation Sciences.
At this time, in acknowledgement of your achievement, please change your tassels from right to left.
Where your heart is!
I hereby declare these commencement exercises for 2025 adjourned.
مبروك حبيبي. Let me see it. Yeah, it's just like old times, isn't it?
This is my little brother Yazid, and he just graduated Bachelor's of Science in Mechanical Engineering. And best of all, at the same campus of Central Connecticut State University in the class of 2025.
You can relax now.
As well as I did in the class of 2023. And in a couple of days, he's gonna go for the first day of his internship program at an aerospace facility. But before all this had happened, I have already planned for him a little surprise present for his achievement of his college success for his future. Now you might have already had the idea of what I'm really up to. As I'm surprising my little brother with this special gaming kiosk to enjoy, I'm going to this annoying ChatGPT thumbnail that I've laid out. Now of course, it has to be a 4K smart TV. And we as a family did talk about it ahead of time before he actually graduated college. And for many reasons behind it, I am not going to tell you on them. Except just one thing. He really earned it. And we'll make sure he'll enjoy such a spectacular view of quality and performance on his new giant screen. Which is another concern to talk about. Now as a 22-year-old, it all depends on his mood of excitement. And he nearly never cared about anything special about what he likes the most or the least. And for some reason, with its quality of the ratio screening and the performance of its motion, its swelling intensity of movement out of every 4K smart TVs alike. Also, he'd always liked to keep his old iPhone all the time, since I kept persuading him to get a new one. Honestly, I would just steal one. But I don't care about that either, as I will intentionally make anyone happy, like Yazid, and to everyone else, including you, on the most happiest week ever this year. And eventually we made that happen. And by we, it's all about special occasions with the family. Even one of the most important and special Sundays of all times.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh my God, all of that. What a day, what a day.
And here we have it, some balloons, flowers,
Oh.
and a gift, which is obviously a gift card.
Open it.
And honestly, I never thought that this year's Mother's Day's gift surprise would come to an existence out of nowhere.
How much?
Oh, كمان بدك كثير ماما.
Where my mom had shred to her emotions a few moments later, shocking us with slight confusion. But we did whatever we give to our mom to make her happy, which in the end is all that matters. And then there's 7 days later, my brother's graduation.
This father and son are sharing a special moment, graduating together, a milestone, as both are the first in the family to earn college degrees.
And once we have our last graduating family member out of the way, here we have it. Again, some balloons, flowers, and the gift, which is obviously for certain. I haven't thought of anything in mind yet. And at first I was gonna give him a gift card like Apple or Best Buy, but I'd rather be better off to get him something even more convenient than just a gift card, realizing that he has sort of been dying to earn a 4K TV as a reward for graduating college. Sorry, I just had a lousy dream again. I need to change my shirt. And after we negotiated the terms of gifting my brother, even if no one's gonna promise to get him a 4K TV, then I will.
Sweetie, I'm gonna go to the bank. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All because I had to when no one had to. And thanks to all of my money I've been saving over the last few years of working, I'm ready to make his 4K TV surprise happen. So, right after his graduation hour, I've collected some details from my brother, as if I've been manipulating him from knowing what kind of TV I'm gonna get him. And like I said, but in other terms, he said that he didn't care what he likes by brand or by size or by quality of the screen image, as long as it has a rate of 120 Hertz.
Getting you in, getting you out with super speed. The superstar in rent-a-car.
No, not that kind of Hertz.
You know it.
The refreshing rate of 120 Hertz. For those who don't know of what refreshing rates are meant to be, specifically it's like frame rates, as in 24 frames per second, 30 frames per second, 60, 120, etc. But only when motion is indicated on the display in every second, redrawing its image each time. And when you connect to all that to gaming, the higher the Hertz, the smoother the motion on each frame. So let this be a lesson for you. By TV's desires of refreshing rate options, there's 60 Hz, 120 Hz, 144 Hz, and 240 Hz. Now for starters, let's say 60 Hz is already compared to 24 frames per second, as my arm chopping movement pauses showing that motion echoes repetitively, with some opacity fading halfway and some smudges and smears, creating an artwork like old school cartoons. But with 120 Hz, yes, it may have repeated its echoing waves, but the motion looks more smoother, similar between 60 to 120 frames per second. 144 Hz is even more smoother, with a little extra boost of its clarity. And finally, 240 Hz. Only twice as smooth as 120 Hz, its most sharpest detail of its finest framing. A very expensive featuring in the screening system to own. And there you go. The Hertz between 60 to 140 had every single thing in motion, right before your eyes. And they're all still good in every TV. But for my brother, a long time ago, he had his own complaint of one TV or two he usually owns that never had any perfect refreshing rating of 120 Hz and above, except 60 Hz. So the next day after graduation, I went for online TV shopping with filters of quality and Hertz-related motion desires. And I would go for Sony, though it's roughly expensive. And I can't underestimate the resemblance of a Sony Honda Mobility, working on product making an electric vehicle underway any moment now. So that's a full skip. Then I might go for an LG, which my dad had before, and had experienced screen filtering which wasn't so colorized. But after I compared them all, one of them stood up to me. You see, when my dad returned the LG, he had finally visualized a 55-inch Samsung. And unlike any other LED Samsung, throughout generations of television production had leveled up with vision and color over time, and modernly turning every single screening board material to become flatter and flatter. Now the future comes with its genuine clarity by representing AI upscaling procedures. Out of the lineup of Vision AI, we got this one, the Neo QLED 4K with AI alternatives, even if it's not 8K, with up to 120 Hz of motion picture satisfaction. And by Neo, it's another form name of new or recent, and you might get the idea of LED, but the letter Q for quantum. It's meant by little dots of LED vision controlling and improving the adjustment of 4K upscaling potential. Even the quality of vintage footages being weakened, it still can be reversed. That's how I like to think the Three Musketeers with a dramatic, thunder-roaring entrance of encouraging me this kind of AI TV sample of being ball playing championships. It's a good thing that the future of TV watching makes our eyes glare instead of the TV glaring itself, which happens to be another feature of distraction-free experiences. Okay, on to the search. Now I couldn't go for that, but I wanted to get them an AI TV with a different design, with a different model, and with more than 120 Hz. After I surfed through the Vision AI group, I finally found the gaming screen I've been looking for. The 4K OLED S90D, and its 144 Hz gaming performance. And thanks to its 4K AI upscaling imaging technology that skyrocketed its motion picture capacity with no distractions, no glares, just full of color, and also known as 18 years of its #1 global TV brand with fabulous ratings. $1,000 of its special TV sale. This will gradually be valuable enough to gift a graduate like my brother. So I bought it and then waited for the next day to arrive.
Yazid? 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 Yazid?
Before my delivery was set on schedule for today's arrival, I dropped Yazid off to his internship, where gearing companies always leave their safety helmets on their picnic table. Then when I get home in a matter of time before the truck comes, I've took this so-called 4K TV to my room from the basement. And then let the guys arrive to the doorstep while I take a moment to watch my YouTube videos.
Hello. Hey. You have an Unpack TV service?
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
You want it unpacked?
They did confirm their unpacking service, which is very convenient of them.
Okay, and this way we're gonna go downstairs.
So I guided the men to the renovated hangout room in the basement. And as they unpacked the box while I offered to help them,
No worries, no worries. You do your thing.
looking at this amazing 4K AI TV being assembled, almost.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's not gonna fit.
No, you can unplug anyway. You just do what you do.
No, I want to hook it up to the TV for you.
Oh, you know what? That's probably not gonna be long enough.
No,
Yeah, no, because I don't want to. I don't want to rent the TV. I can take care of that.
Which is somehow embarrassing. Straight into the wall unit fireplace. She's a beauty. So I thanked the men on the way out and then kicked them out. And then perpetuate to activate this thing. With a few settings set up, with some connectivity, and then the signaling, and then the geographing, and then the option selecting, which literally happens over and over and over and over until I finally reach the end. But in the end, it's kind of simple to set up, except that I have to log into the Samsung account, which I don't have. So I'll have to make up for it, and EasyDo will have to make up for it. Because if we both one day get a different device like a Galaxy phone or a watch or at least another TV in the future, our Samsung accounts will remain as needed. Even my dad has an account for his TV.
I know for a lovely fact that he's gonna love this TV. I promise you that. He really deserves it. And the YouTube ad just popped out. Welcome back. Yeah, thanks.
Alright, we're all set to go. And I was about to surprise him by hiding behind this couch. and expect him to not see me and shock his eyes with confusion to see how his old TV changed. However, I might run into time execution when I have to get ready to go to work, which is really sad and annoying, and I wish I get to stay a little longer in person. Okay, I'll figure this out, and by my end, we'll talk after. So instead, I have placed an automatic wireless recording security camera, which detects and captures every personal movement right in front of the camera lens, and set up the best to its quality image, which might have worked in a different way. And now there's no choice left but to leave the rest of the new 4K AI TV scene to my little brother and his shocking surprise in the making. Now, I know this kind of perspective is a bit too weak to witness any shocking expressions of my brother getting distracted by just grabbing the gaming controller and wandered off. Even this lazy cat closing in the camera, getting in the way. But after a few moments, while I zoomed into my brother only, he finally turned into his speechless thoughts when he noticed the difference of a new TV.
Wish. What kind is this?
And when I say zoomed into my brother only, he is literally between the family. An identity revealing may be acceptable with permission, which is not gonna happen. So I'm only focusing on my brother's surprise reaction from the surveillance camera, which kinda sucked. So I have no other extra choice but to let him confront his biggest graduation gift with gratitude from afar.
Hello? Sam?
That's actually ridiculous. What the hell?
You think? You think so?
Yeah, I know so, yeah. That's crazy. Thank you so much.
I would expect you to see the TV that's so different, but you didn't actually. First appearance, it was like there's nothing different about it until you made a reaction in front of your family. I had to change something about that.
How big is this?
65.
It's like 60, 70. What?
Even it's close to each border of the wall frame. Like I figured it still fit.
How much was this?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Thank you so much.
Even if anything, you deserve it. Really, you really deserve it. Even if I tell you the price, it's not gonna make any difference to how much you're gonna repay me. Whatever it cost me, Yazid, I do whatever to repay it back.
That is unbelievable.
Couldn't take me for a second, Yazid. I hope you enjoy it. Ouch! I hope you enjoy it. Give me that camera. I hope you enjoy it, brother. You really deserve it. Congratulations, Yazid. This is why I have the picture of you hugging me in front of my phone over here. You really deserve it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's what he said. Thank you so much. You're welcome. He said anything. Don't worry about it. I'll see you tonight then. Oh, do me one thing. You see that blanket by the couch? The turquoise blanket?
Yeah.
Go grab that blanket and take that camera away from here, all right? I surprised you long enough because I put a hidden camera on you for your reaction.
Oh my god.
He has no idea. He had no idea that he was reacting that this still happened. I had everything recorded. You see?
You're opening the camera right now? You're opening it?
It's live. Be quiet. What are you doing? Stop! You're making me nervous.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'll see you tonight. Yeah. See you. Salam. Bye.
You know, I've always wanted to bring gifts. Who I've known the most, like my friends, or even my family, siblings, cousins, even if I wasn't around in person to give. But then my parents, with their words of wisdom, tells me to always watch how you spend your money, before you buy things of value. And it does make sense. All these money crises have been going on for so long that eventually, the celebrating month of May is one of these months for spending money the most on giving things for people to appreciate in life. But in our end, you find it worth it just to make anything happen for their happiness to happen. So you can just listen to some advice from your parents and give them balloons, flowers, and gift cards. Or become a sport of all sports with a bunch of money and give them a large 4K TV.
No way! No!
Uh-oh.